Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed, yes, to another edition of the Mark Moses Show podcast. As we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Take back control of your life. Call them today, 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys. And now to join me, as he does every time of this year, to recap, welcome to Rockville. It is the wild man himself who goes for multiple days. Doesn't matter. He's Chase Bunker up there in Jacksonville. Chase, how you doing today, buddy?
I think last time we called myself a certified psychopath, I think was the term that we used, because I go multiple days. Yeah, this year was kind of tame. I only went 2 out of the 4. But I feel like, to be fair, with all the weather delays, I feel like 2 was probably enough anyway.
Wait a minute. Is Certified Psychopath a band name? Because it should be.
I think so. What's funny is I was very tempted to just create a list of 5 bands, and I was going to ask you whether or not they were at Rockville or were they not at Rockville. And I can come up with them on the fly right now if you want to play that game.
If you said Certified Psychopath, I saw them on the main stage, I would believe you. That sounds like a band. That would be real.
What about Turbulence, the Finnish folk metal band Turbulence on the Vortex stage?
Yes, that is real.
That's a fake band. I just made that up. What about 200 Stab Wounds?
That is a fake name.
Nope, real. They played on the Vortex stage Sunday night. They replaced Thyarda's Murder.
Wait, what are they called?
200 Stab Wounds.
So you just came up with, what was the one you just said before? The Swedish folk band?
The Finnish folk metal band Turbulence.
All right, keep going. What's number 3? Come on, what do you got?
Number 3, I got Elmira Alfiki.
That's real.
That is real. She played. I probably botched the name a little bit as well.
All right, now sip you were trying to sip some water. I could see there.
No, it's coffee. I haven't had my coffee yet today. I am in Uber recovery mode. I didn't get back to Jacksonville until about 3:30 in the morning. It was just chaotic. Yeah.
Wow. And then did you have work today?
No. I took every Rockville. I take Monday off. That's a recovery day. Here's the thing. I can't be reporting the news as if I'm Harvey Firestein or something. There's a traffic jam over on the East Beltway northbound.
So God created everything in 6 days, then rested on the 7th day. Mm-hmm. And it appears Chase can do 2 days of Rockville and then has to rest on the 5th day. That's what happened.
Hey, gotta rest the pipes, man. I mean, I gotta make sure if I'm talking about stuff on the news, I don't sound horrible.
Okay. What days did you go? Of the Thursday through Sunday, what calendar days did you go?
I went late Sunday and I went late Thursday as well. So Thursday I got there just before Alice Cooper started, and then on Sunday we got there just before Rise Against started. So we didn't do.
What time did Alice Cooper start then? When was this? 4 o'clock?
Alice Cooper was 5:20 on Thursday.
Early bird special.
Yes, that man's got tea time the next day. So he's like, all right, I got to get this done. I got to get dinner, and I got to be out over at Vieira East at about 7 a.m.
He reminds me, and I love Alice Cooper. The older Alice Cooper over the years reminds me where it's he still has the long hair, but then he's wearing an Arizona Coyotes hockey jersey on the golf course with the baseball hat on.
So what's funny about Alice Cooper is first off, we get there and he comes in this holy man robe, or what some politicians would say, a doctor's robe. And then every other song, he just goes through costume changes. And I just kept thinking man, in this moment would spend 5 minutes on a costume change. This man does it in 30 seconds. And then there's a new song. Also the funny thing is, my wife, Emily, does not know a single thing about Alice Cooper. And so as he's going through the act, all of a sudden she's like, are they bringing out a guillotine right now? I was like, yep. And I'm just casual about it. I'm yeah, that happens.
And it's also during the day. It's beaming with the sun, and then he's out there in leather, and he's singing Frankenstein. I love it.
Oh, that's the thing with some of these bands. It's like, hey, we can completely understand if you decide I'm not going to go with the traditional rock garb because it's bleeping hot outside. I remember Poppy a few years ago was wearing like this full like borderline French maid outfit. I'm like, oh, she's got to be sweltering in that.
Yes, we got there when Stain was performing. So I don't know what time this was, like 6:37. It was something like that. So we like seeing Stain. I like Aaron Lewis. He now has hair. That's like weird. It's weird. It's like Brian Urlacher. Same thing. He now has full hair, like a chia pet. Like, why didn't you have hair in the 2000s? It's very confusing. It is.
Like it's one of those things where like, it's almost like when people shave as well. Like when you know someone with like a big beard or like a notable mustache and they shave, and you're just like, who are you?
But they were good. It was entertaining. It's been a while. Yeah. I like seeing them. And then, all right. So here's the thing with Godsmack, and I know you saw them. They could play. Like they could play. They sound just like the record. There's no messing around. They can play. I enjoyed that. Now, did they play Bad Religion? No. And I
thought of you too. They played Keep Away. I'm like, oh, they're not going to play Bad Religion. That's because it's going to be one of those two trade-offs. I didn't mean to do 6-7 in the video. That's going to be one of those two, and they chose Keep Away.
I like where Sully, I thought this was badass. He gets up there and he goes, I just want everyone to know I've had the same guitar for 30 years and it has duct tape on it. And I think about all the jabronis who own like 30 different guitars. This guy's like, no, this is my guitar. But then during the song, it's out of tune. He has the hissy fit and starts yelling at the sound guys to get my guitar in tune after just saying he's had the same guitar for 30 years. Fantastic.
What's even better was he's just like, bleep it, I'll just do it myself. And he just like tunes it. It was like it was like barely any like movement. And it was like, for the layman, I don't think they would notice, but for music people, that's something that they would definitely like take notice of. And like, well, no, hold on. And it's like, it was like a simple, and then, all right, we're in tune now.
But he lost it. But then you're like, because I've been watching so much professional wrestling lately, I'm like, is this part of the show? Is this a work? What is this exactly? He lost it. Then I didn't understand. Like, they're having a great set. I thought they sounded great. Then at the end, then he's really yelling at the crowd. You got to do a mosh pit here. Then you got to do this. You got to do that. I'm like, calm down. Whoa. Calm down. We're here to have a good time. What happened? Did his girlfriend break up with him? What happened before this? That I didn't like.
I don't think Dorothy, the rumor that Dorothy and him are going out. I don't think that was the case. I think he was just wanting a little bit more action because, I mean, the final song, like, you had to get something a little rowdy. But I think also, like, the Rockville people, because I didn't realize how many people came to Rockville, like, from out of state. Yes. And so I think that was the out of state people go, whoa, I got 4 days of this. Hold on. I gotta keep this going. Okay.
Yeah. It was like Thursday was a good crowd. It wasn't as like crazy as I've seen on the weekends. And I get it. It's a Thursday, but then by the time Guns N' Roses came on, that was, did you see that aerial shot? Like the drone shot of the crowd? Oh my God. So where were you in the crowd? Where were you guys standing?
So I was we were right at the Ferris wheel. So for those of you who don't know, the Ferris wheel is about maybe a quarter mile out from the main stage. And it was one of those things where, because we saw, who is it? They were over at we saw somebody else and we walked back over. Oh, it was a Five Finger Death Punch. We saw Five Finger Death Punch. They were really good as well. I'm not the biggest Five Finger Death Punch fan, but man, they just bring the energy. And right when they got out, we got over and everybody already flocked over to Guns N' Roses. So we're already farther away. So I wish we were like closer to the speaker, and I think we would have enjoyed it a little bit more, but we still got at least a good view of the projection. And then we got to play the game of, will they actually come on?
All right. I just want to say this to you. So here's the problem. Five Finger Death Punch is a good band. They have good songs, right?
Yes.
but they shouldn't have been on before Guns N' Roses. They should have been where you saw last night with like Rise Against. Like, I would have put them over there. It should have just been Godsmack into Guns N' Roses for the Gen X millennial. It should have been back to back like that. And dude, again, you've been there all day in that weather, the heat, and you're like, come on. And we joked before it. It said 9:30. I was like, we're not going on at 9:30. They're Guns N' Roses. We're going on when we want to go on. So it's at 9:50. 9:50. So let's get to the big one. What did you think of Guns N' Roses?
From what I saw, they were good. I got to hear Welcome to the Jungle. I'm not the biggest Guns N' Roses fan. I've said that before. Yeah. I at least was going for the respect. And like, I'm not the biggest Alice Cooper fan. I go there for the respect and to at least say, yeah, I saw Alice Cooper live. I wish I was closer so that I could have enjoyed it a little bit more to appreciate the sound and the energy. I also thought when Axl Rose came on, he went too hard at the beginning and he sounded like he got up from his seat too fast. He was a little bit winded. I'm like, oh no, this isn't going to be good.
Dude, it's a 2.5 hour performance.
Yeah.
Those guys are in their early 60s. Like, you got it. So it was funny. Some people are like, oh, I didn't like this. I'm like, okay, they're not 25 anymore. What do you want from them? Dude, this is what I'll give credit to Rockville. How much was general admission? $200 for the night? You know, and that's a lot of money. But for $200, you saw bands all day, including Guns N' Roses, for $200. You ain't being that, because if you try to go see them in a normal show, the nosebleeds aren't even $200.
No.
Like, no. Yeah. So I saw Stained, Godsmack, Five Finger Death Punch, and GNR. Yeah, it was worth it.
That right there is worth the price of admission. We dipped out just because we were so far away. We dipped out and we went and watched Ice Nine Kills, and Ice Nine Kills was incredible.
Oh, they were playing
during they were playing during Guns N' Roses, which was kind of surprising because normally, like unless there's a rain delay, the main headliner who's on the Apex stage, they're usually like they play by themselves, and so
I did not know this.
Yeah, so they were about like. Well, they started at 9:50. There was usually like an hour into the set, but then because they started 30 minutes late, we only caught like up to Mr. Brownstone, and then it's like, all right, let's just go to Ice Nine Kills, who are incredible, by the way. Such like a well put together show.
All I saw online from the performance was someone was dressed as Art the Clown, but they were in like a NASCAR outfit. Did you see this?
Oh yes, I saw that when they did when they played Art of Dying, they also had like a Freddy Krueger glove out there. They had Ghostface on a couple of songs. Like every time, so for those who don't know, Ice Nine Kills recently has been doing music based off of popular horror movies like Saw, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, etc. And so every song that they do based off a movie, they'll recreate like a scene. So like they have a song called The Shower Scene based on Psycho. So they'll have like a shower curtain up and there's a woman showering, and then they recreate the scene. And then they have a Freddy Krueger glove for the American Nightmare based off of Nightmare on Elm Street, etc. So it was well put together. I thought it was a really cool show to watch.
And again, I know now we're giving them endorsements. Again, I'm going to go see Ice Nine Kills. I'll go back to Guns N' Roses. What?
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, as much as like you can complain about the ticket price, you get like just those bands that just you mentioned alone is worth the price of admission. Like you're rocking out for 12 hours. Like, yeah, the heat sucks, but like you're not going to find a better deal than that. I know it sounds like we're endorsing like
I know,
like, but still.
Dude, it's funny, and then I'll get to my review of Guns N' Roses. It's like how Jelly Roll and
Limp Bizkit.
No, who is it? It's like Jelly Roll and no, is it him? Look, they're all the same in my brain after a while. it's like Post Malone and Jelly Roll and then they're like, oh no, these concerts aren't selling well. Yeah, because they're $300 for nosebleeds. Yeah. Who is paying that for that nonsense? So that's why I know we're doing the endorsement. I don't care. It's a great deal. So Sirius XM, they
Mhm.
had a Rockville station, channel
Yes.
37, just Rockville,
Yep.
just all the bands.
Yes, which
Okay.
was funny because they would play like Simple Plan for like so like I do anything, I'm just a kid, perfect. And then you have Slaughter to Prevail, which is like this Russian grizzly like death metal band that
Yeah, so look,
also lead singer bare knuckle boxing on that Wednesday night. The lead singer of Slaughter to Prevail was in a bare knuckle fighting night. I think he lost, unfortunately, but still, like the guy's crazy. I think he has bears for pets, and I'm not saying that to be like a stereotype. I think he legitimately does have bears as pets.
all right, here's my official review, and it won't be as good as what you just said, okay? Because that's pretty fantastic. um, um, Guns N' Roses, it's like they're so famous. Like
Yes.
it starts when they came out, and I saw them in 2012 in Omaha, Nebraska. The problem
wow.
was, but here's the problem. It was Axl Rose and then the cover band, right? Because he was
Oh,
fighting with Slash.
yeah.
He was fighting with the rest of the guys. So
And he
it
was
was,
also fat at that time, probably too.
yeah, so it was Axl Rose and Buckethead. And now it was a great show because Axl's still, it's still the lead singer. So it was fun. But dude, seeing Slash in person is worth the price of admission. You can't comprehend how good he is until you see him live. He is the MVP of that band. I think he is the best guitarist I've ever seen live, ever. I'm not kidding around. He is the GOAT. I never saw Eddie Van Halen, but like, what do you have, like 4 guitar solos? Like he just kept going.
Yeah.
And he's not, I think of like every guy where it's like you're looking down at the chords and you're trying to play. That guy, okay, he just picks it up. He's going for it. He did, I'd say, a 5, 6, 7 minute guitar solo. It ends and he went right into Sweet Child of Mine. It was insane. Insane. That guy's awesome.
He is.
Yeah.
He's such a great guitarist too. Like that, you would think after all these years, like he knows where his fingers are, so he just doesn't need to look anymore. Like and especially like from a musician aspect, he could tell like, okay, this is A, this is B, blah blah blah. He knows what to play.
All right, so Axl Rose did like 5 different wardrobe changes, like your boy Alice Cooper. So. And I loved it. We looked it up. The flannel sequence designer shirt he came out to, $2,000. Okay, that's right, $2,000. All Slash wore, it said "Blow Me," but it looked like it was like a ripped T-shirt, but it looked like it was for like a blow pop or something, like a candy, right?
Yeah,
but that's all he wore. I don't care. I'm Slash. I can do whatever I want.
The top hat costs more than Axl's shirt, though, probably.
Yes, it does. And I thought Axl, all right, look, he doesn't have the fastball anymore. He doesn't. It's 40 years of screaming. Yeah. You're not going to have it. But still, dude, when he played Welcome to the Jungle, it's like your brain can't comprehend how famous the song is, because you think of like all the cover bands you've seen. Every time you hear it in the car, and these are the people that actually made it. Did you love hearing Welcome to the Jungle?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, it's an iconic song. It's like asking, hey, did you like hearing Enter Sandman? Did you like hearing Crazy Train? Of course. It's an iconic song that, like, that was the thing. It's like, if I saw Guns N' Roses, but I knew I was going to dip out, would I at least hear Welcome to the Jungle? That was the one thing I wanted to make sure, because I wasn't sure if they were going to lead with Paradise City. It's like, okay, they could either end with Paradise City or they could start with it, and they could also end with Welcome to the Jungle, but they also could start with it. So
yeah, I got lucky. I love Live and Let Die, Welcome to the Jungle, Mr. Brownstone. You can tell I'm doing all the hits.
Oh yeah.
I love November Rain. I don't know if you saw that part.
No, I missed it.
Oh, and I would watch that video over and over again as a kid. And the part where Stephanie Seymour dies, it gets me like, no. So during the concert, when it transitions to that evil kind of sad part, I yelled out, "Oh no, watch out, Stephanie Seymour." Oh man. So yesterday I'm at my parents' house And I showed my mom for Mother's Day the performance at Rockville. This looks great
nice.
on YouTube. So my mom sees Axl and she's like, "What's going on here?" I'm like, "It's not 1987 anymore." She's like, "I like it better with the bandana." Like, you know, she like, "Yeah, I like that Axl." We all do, Mom.
I mean, yes, but I will say for his age and compared to what he previously used to look like during like that quote unquote cover band era, no disrespect to Buckethead, by the way, great guitarist. He looks a lot better. Like he looks good for his age.
Dude, I'll never forget when it was the MTV Music Awards in like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And Jimmy Fallon is hosting and he keeps teasing the whole night, like, "Oh man, we're gonna have a little patience." Like the way he's teasing it, right? Better welcome to the he came out and he was like bigger, like he's been eating a lot of KFC lately. And he just like he's got the braids and he's wearing the Oakland Raiders Jerry Rice jersey. Oh man, that was the best.
What's funny, I'm glad that you mentioned that because you know what? I thought of that the other day too. And I just thought that's such an obscure thing. No one else is going to get it except for Mark. Like he would I can't believe you all. I'm so glad you remember that because it is like, because that was when I was introduced to Guns N' Roses, because I remember like I was a kid and I was just getting into rock at that time. And all of a sudden I just see this weird guy with like red hair and a guy in a KFC helmet. And I'm just like, "Welcome to the jungle." Like he wasn't like vocally there. Like, remember how Vince Neil sounded when he first got back from recovery and he was like awful nasally? Then he had the VH1 makeover. It's like, okay, he sounds remotely better now. That was Axl Rose, like during that era. No offense to you, Axl. You recovered well, by the way.
All right. Still. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I got to do for Halloween this year? I'm going to get the braided hair and I'm going to wear that Oakland Raiders jersey. That's what I'm going to do. And you'll be Buckethead.
I'll be Buckethead.
It'll be so awesome. It's just awesome.
I did that once so back when I worked at the Oaks, someone would bring in their PS2, they'd bring in Guitar Hero 2. And so when I would play Jordan, I would take a spoiled large bucket of popcorn and I would put it on my head while I would play that song. It didn't help me. I thought I could beat Jordan at the time. I didn't.
Oh man. So I liked also when they played a Velvet Revolver song. That was cool.
I wish I saw that. I saw that on the set list. It was like, oh man, that would have been great to see.
See, it's so interesting because they break up with Axl. Then to really show him we don't need you, they then go get Scott Weiland, right? Who might have been crazier. But they're like, we're going to do a band with him. And it was that first album is really good.
It's so good.
Yeah, they played Slither. And then so it's funny. Scott Weiland sings that song, but now he's passed away. So Axl got to sing the song. Bizarre.
Really?
But yeah, so Axl's up there singing the song.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Slash sang the song. I was like, wait, hold on.
Hey, Slash could do no wrong in my eyes. Yeah. That guy so when we left the concert at, when did it end? 12:30 in the morning?
That sounds right, yeah.
All right, so we bolted backstage to get out of there. And then we went to the bathroom. We get out of the bathroom, right? We see this gigantic black SUV go by us with security. And that was them. I went, hey! You know what I mean? That was pretty awesome. So I've seen, okay, if you think, because you've been there a lot as well. You think the headliners we have seen, Guns N' Roses, I'm trying to think, Metallica, I've seen Foo Fighters, we saw Linkin Park last year.
Yep.
I know Kiss has played there. Tool has played there. Okay. Who did you see Sunday night? Who was your headliner then?
My Chemical Romance. So the Sunday was interesting. So I was going to go Saturday, but I saw the weather and I was like, okay, I don't want to drive to Jacksonville for an hour, pay $60 for parking, and then have it be canceled and have to drive back up. I would have been pissed.
No, and you've done that before.
I've done that before, and it's not fun. And so we were monitoring the weather. It's like, okay, Sunday's gonna be a little bit better. So we get down Sunday. Sunday was important because my wife has tried 3 times to see Rise Against, and either they've been rained out or somebody was sick. And so it's like, okay, I need to get her to see Rise Against. So we pull in at about 8:50. They go on at 9:05. And all right, so we get our cash, and I'm driving. It's like, oh, there's nobody here for parking. And so now I have to find a parking spot. So I end up parking on a palm tree with like an Ally Bank sticker on it. And so like I wedge myself between these two like SUVs. These not like the mid subcompact SUVs. It's the giant, like it's an Escalade and it's like an HRV or something. I'm parked in between them, and we walk over. Right as we get there, Rise Against starts. Rise Against was incredible. They played almost all the hits I wanted to play. I saw them once with this is gonna be a lot of we're doing a lot of heavy referencing, so I'll add to it. Billy Talent and Rancid. I saw them with them like 2008 at the House of Blues. Such a great show. And they just came out. Oh, they were so bleeping good. I got a shirt finally. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook,
nice.
I bought the Rise Against shirt. And so we go to the merch, we come back, and we go see My Chemical Romance. We saw them originally in Sunrise, and I said, okay, I want to hear like 2 songs, but I know that they won't play them. What they ended up doing, and I didn't know this, they played the entire Black Parade album from front to back, including the hidden track. They played all of that in like this performance that they did based off of like the World of Drog, I think is what it's called. I'm probably botching the name, but it was just absolutely phenomenal. Like I don't know. Before, I wasn't sure how I felt about going to album shows, but this one was like the Black Parade is like the quintessential album for my generation. It's such an iconic album, and just see them play all the hits, and including the songs that I wanted to hear, and it was just so good. And like my inner like teenage angst was so satisfied. And then afterwards, like, okay, they still have time left. They played Helena, I'm Not Okay, and na 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 na.
So wait, I just want to clarify. They just played that album?
Yes.
They played else.
They played some of their other hits in the end,
okay.
but they played the Black Parade album from front to back.
My favorite part was when you just referenced how you saw Billy Talent and Rise Against in 2008.
Yep.
What you don't understand, Grandpa, is I believe that was 18 years ago, that story.
You know, there's certain things that you don't have to say, but it's not necessary. But yeah, I know.
2008.
2008.
When Obama became president.
I remember doing comedy at like a bar off of O'Galley right on election night when that happened. I think it wasn't Cheers to You. It was some other bar. It reeked of Budweiser and breeding. And so they weren't happy that night.
Well, there you go. That's a good time.
Yep. Way to jump off that quick.
Yeah. So I had a great time, and I just want to say this. I enjoyed going. Do you feel like they need to change it to go to April so there's not as many rain problems? Because we had multiple weather delays all weekend.
Yes. So that's the thing. Like, we have the rain delays this year. Last 2 years, we didn't have to deal with it. And so my thing isn't for the rain, it's for the heat. And I understand obviously you don't want to do it in June or July. April, I feel like we always have the adage of like April showers bring May flowers, but like we haven't seen a lot of rain in April as of recent. And I think it would be a little bit cooler, and maybe you could possibly do that or shift it to November. Now, the problem is it's the tail end of hurricane season. It's also like kind of the start of holiday season. So there might be some worry about that. But I know, as much as I want it later, you might have to stick with May because May's been solid the past few years.
Yeah, the first year we ever did it was November of 21 when Metallica. So, all right, I will end with my interpretation performance of Axl Rose's facial expressions. One of the favorite part. Okay, it's like his eye was like doing this, like and it was the best. Okay. He's so great where it's like he's such a badass all-timer, but then you also can goof on him at the same time. That's what makes him great.
Mhm.
How do you even have a conversation with him? Like, what do you talk like, hey, what did you think of the Jaguars going to play in Orlando? Like, I don't think you could talk to him. I love it. He's Axl Rose. He is up there Mount Rushmore of front men where it's like such an iconic voice, so distinctive, and then he's also crazy. Like, there's all these, like, he got in trouble and all these like all of that. Yeah, it was awesome. Look, I loved it. You could tell I'm a fanboy. So
yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, it's Guns N' Roses. Like, that's understandable. Oh wait, hold on. Or as what Jimmy Fallon would say, Guns and Bleepin' Roses in that 2006 VMA Awards performance.
Oh, we have in the building. We're gonna have a cover band, and they're gonna be called Guns N' Moses. Okay, that's what it's going to be.
Is it gonna be you with the bandana? De Niro's gonna be on the guitar, and
yeah, and the music videos are gonna be 15 minutes long, and they're gonna be incoherent.
Oh my gosh,
incoherent. And by the way, I did see Mortal Kombat this weekend, and I did spend $100 on merchandise at 2 different movie theaters. Because what do I care? And you know what? I'm gonna keep the movie industry going. Keep giving me these ridiculous popcorn buckets. I bought the cups, the 2 different buckets, right? I even bought the Mortal Kombat 2. Now, see, I'm laughing. The fleece like cover, right, for your couch. Oh yeah, I'm a fanboy.
I know.
I'll just, if you could see this.
You're keeping the Oaks alive. Hopefully, if you're going to the Oaks.
No. I was in Jensen Beach and Port St. Lucie representing the Treasure Coast.
Okay.
I found this at the AMC theater. This is very key. The mini arcade popcorn bucket. Okay. I got that one. And then what was the other one? Wait, can you see it? I know. Yeah, here's my Katana cup. Oh, I'm not messing around.
Oh, that's great. Buddy. Yeah, he's not messing around. Have you seen what's going to be the cup and the popcorn bucket for Masters of the Universe?
Oh, where it's like Grayskull? Like,
yes. One of it's Castle Grayskull, and the other is literally the sword. Like, you stick your straw into this massive sword, and you just drink from it.
Yeah, so I went to AMC last night because Regal had the big one. I wanted the gigantic Shao Kahn. Like, he had gigantic helmet. They were sold out. I was like, you son of a. So I got everything else. So I go to the theater last night, AMC. I just walk in and I look around. I'm like, all right, so what do you got here? They're like, what are you talking about? For Mortal Kombat? She's like, sir, you're the first person this weekend to ask for any of this stuff. So she's showing it to me, and she's like, do you want this? I was like, yes, I do. She's like, well, do you want the popcorn? No, I don't want the popcorn. And she's like, what do you mean? No, I don't want popcorn. I want the bucket. So then there's people behind me. I go, all right, just give them the popcorn. I'll be a humanitarian. So they're like, you could see in their eyes, like, wow, this guy's great. You're damn right I am. I'm a man of the people. And when Street Fighter comes out this fall, I'm getting all that merch as well. You can't stop me, Chase. You can't.
I have a feeling the next time I go to your apartment, it's just going to be decorated. He's like, hold on, I'm going to get the fine china out, and it's all going to be like the Street Fighter commemorative plates that you got at the theater, and we'll be using the Mortal Kombat cups.
Here is, if you could see, I know it's hard with the lighting, right? That's on top of my Mortal Kombat machine now.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
By the way, for the audience who's listening on the podcast, he's showing me like all of his like Mortal Kombat cups on top of his Mortal Kombat arcade in the Marcade.
Yeah, so you're right. So this is a test. If you bring home a lady friend and you show off the collection, how they respond is very key to the future of the relationship, right? So if they're like, wow, that's pretty badass, we got something here. Exactly. If they're like, this is ridiculous, you're a child.
One of the favorite jokes I wrote, and you'll appreciate this, was during the pandemic. It was that I saw a woman in a bikini wearing a mask. I said, this is a great time for people whose fetishes are Mortal Kombat characters.
All right. Bonus. The best shirts I saw at Rockville.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
Okay. All right. Women, the go-to outfit for women was wear the bikini with the fishnets over it.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Even though this is one of the most unsanitary, dirty places to be walking around, I would advise wearing pants and actual shoes. I love, there were women wearing like high heels or like, uncomfortable Doc Martens. What are you doing?
I do not understand. Like, I don't know if this is me as a sign of the times that I'm getting old, but like I'll see people in those elaborate outfits and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like that's got to be uncomfortable. Or like the people that'll go into face paint, like Juggalos last year when they went their Juggalo face paint, like that's gonna get ruined in an hour. Like there's no way that that's gonna hold by the time Insane Clown Posse comes, or by the time Cradle of Filth comes this year. Like there's no way.
There was so much weed in the air that I just felt sick after a while. It's so much. And by the time I got home, it reminded me of going to the bars when I was in college over 20 years ago, where there's so much stench of smoke on your body. You have to burn your clothes and take a shower as well. You had to. All right. Best shirt. All right. Well, I like the guys with gigantic mohawks as well. That's comfortable. But I think the runner-up was I like whiskey, rock music, and going down on women. I thought that was pretty good.
I saw that too. I know the guy. I saw that too. And I was just like, that's the PG version of what it said. Yep.
I liked also runner-up was Rockville actually had a shirt like, I couldn't get into hell, so I'm just going to Rockville.
Yes.
That was pretty good. But number one, I'm sorry, it's a family show. Show me your butthole. I can't get him. I go, that guy has to be the mayor of Daytona. How are you walking? What friends told you that was a good idea? Like, yeah, wear that shirt.
I don't know what it is about Rockville, but every time I go, there is always like men who are in their 60s just wearing sexually inappropriate shirts. And it'll just be like, don't bully me, and then a family-friendly show, can't finish that. And it'll be like, oh, it wouldn't even say like, show me your tatas. And it would just be blunt, be like, let me see them. And it'll like just more sexual slang.
They don't care.
And they don't care.
By the end of the night, I could not find any food vendors. So the real MVP is that one guy who had the churro stand where I bought a pretzel. Okay. There was nothing. There was no food anywhere. So
you didn't go to the unofficial after party at Buc-ee's?
No.
That's where we go every year. And that Buc-ee's is hopping. It is a sea of black shirts just going in, sweaty, dirty, exhausted from everything. And they're happy. We're all happy. We're talking about who was the best while we're also here. Fred, best good on the board.
So many goth baddies at the Buc-ee's.
That's where you go to pick up the goth women, boys. You go to Buc-ee's at the end of a Rockville.
Chase Bunker, thank you so much for your help and have a great day. All right, buddy?
What a way to end this.